The CLL, they called it a quiet world, a blue planet on the edge of mapped space. A world marked weak, divided, and loud. The Carvel command ship floated above the dark side of the moon, its metal body cold and proud. Inside, hundreds of alien minds worked in calm unity. Supreme Commander Threx stood before a wide star map, his eyes fixed on the small blue sphere. Earth, this is the one, he said, a noisy species, always fighting itself. The data came from old signals, human wars, human fear, human anger. To the Carvel, it looked simple, a world full of voices but no strength. The fleet had conquered stronger planets, worlds with shields, armies, and ancient weapons. Those worlds screamed when the Carvel arrived. This one would not even scream. The commander raised one claw and gave the order. Send the call. A powerful signal burst from the ship. It moved faster than light. It carried a message meant to break hope. Earth to signal said, "You are surrounded. Surrender, and you will be spared." The fleet waited. Seconds passed, then minutes. No answer came. The aliens watched the planet closely. Their scanners showed cities full of light, oceans moving, storms forming, life everywhere, but no response. Threx felt something new, not fear, not doubt, but confusion. "They heard us," he said. "Our signal reached every corner of their world. Still, nothing." Some commanders laughed softly. "They are afraid," one said. "They do not know how to answer." Threx nodded slowly. "Yes, fear makes small minds silent." The fleet moved closer. Ships spread out like hunters around prey, weapons charged but not fired. On Earth, humans watched the sky. Satellites tracked every alien movement. Screens lit up in hidden rooms across the planet. No one panicked. No one spoke to the invaders. Generals, scientists, and leaders stood together, not in large halls, but in quiet rooms. A woman in a dark uniform looked at the data. "They took the bait," she said. Beside her, an old man smiled slightly. "Let them think we are weak." Back in orbit, the Carvel fleet began its descent. Small ships broke away and moved toward the surface. Still no human message came. "This world is empty of courage," Threx said. "They hide behind silence." The first landing ships entered the atmosphere. Fire rolled across their hulls, yet they flew smoothly, confident and proud. Cities below did not fire. No missiles rose. No fighters appeared. The aliens saw empty streets and dark buildings. They believed the humans had run. But deep underground, humans watched every step, every breath, every signal. A young officer looked nervous. "They are inside the net," he said. The woman nodded. "Wait." High above, Threx felt satisfied. The invasion was already won in his mind. No resistance meant no threat. He turned away from the window. "Prepare full landing," he ordered. At that exact moment, a soft human voice echoed in a hidden room on Earth. "Let them come closer." The words were calm, almost kind, and in space, the wrong world waited. The silent RESPO and SCIT, the landing ships, touched the ground slowly. Their metal legs pressed into human soil. Dust rose, then settled. The Carvel warriors stepped out, tall, armored, and armed. They expected screams. They heard nothing. The city around them was quiet. Buildings stood tall and empty. Lights blinked without people. "This is strange," one officer said. "A world this full should be loud." Commander Threx watched through live feed. His sharp eyes scanned every street, every window. "Fear makes them hide." He replied, "They will kneel soon." The ground teams moved forward, weapons ready, eyes alert. Their scanners showed no enemies, no heat signs, no movement, only silence. Inside the ship still in orbit, engineers noticed small problems, a delay in signal, a soft static in their systems. "Minor interference," they said. "This world has weak tech." They ignored it. On Earth, far below the surface, human screens filled with data, alien positions, heart rates, weapon charge levels, everything was visible. A quiet room held many minds. No shouting, no panic. A man leaned closer to the screen. "They're spreading out," he said. "Good," the woman replied. "Let them feel safe." Back on the streets, an alien patrol entered a large building. Doors opened without force. Inside, chairs were still warm. Food still sat on tables, as if people had just left. "This feels wrong," a soldier whispered. His commander turned. "Stay focused." he said. Humans are weak. Suddenly, one soldier froze. His armor lights flickered, then went dark. Report, the commander ordered. No answer came. The soldier collapsed slowly, not dead, but unmoving. Another alien rushed to help. His own systems failed. He fell beside him. Fear spread for the first time. Command, we are losing power, the officer said. Something is interfering. In orbit, alarms began to sound. Soft at first, then louder. Navigation screens glittered. Weapons went offline. Communication lines broke. Commander Threx stepped forward. What's happening? He demanded. An engineer looked up. Shaken. Our systems are being touched. Not attacked. Touched. That word stayed in the air on Earth. A young human technician smiled. They see it now, he said. Still, humans said nothing to the enemy. Back on the ground, the remaining alien soldiers pulled back, dragging their silent comrades. The city felt alive now, not with people, but with watching eyes. Cameras followed every move. Signals wrapped around every thought. The aliens felt it. This world is watching us. One whispered. Commander Threx's voice came through broken comms. Hold position. He ordered. This is a test, but doubt had entered his mind. He remembered the silence, the empty streets, the calm skies. No world ever stayed this quiet before death. Deep below, the woman folded her arms. They are confused, she said. The old man nodded. Confusion is the first crack in orbit. One alien ship vanished from the network. No explosion, no sound. It was simply gone. Threx stared at the screen. His claws tightened. This world, he said slowly, is not what we were promised. And Earth remained silent. The Therapy Commander Threx felt the pressure rise inside his chest. Not from battle, but from not understanding. Another ship disappeared from the fleet map. No fire, no warning, just silence. This is not possible, Threx said. No enemy has fired. The engineers worked fast, hands shaking, voices low. Our systems are locked, one said. Navigation is responding to foreign commands. Foreign, Threx repeated. You mean human? The word tasted wrong. On Earth, deep beneath layers of stone and steel, human systems came fully awake. Old machines hummed with new life. Screens showed the alien fleet, wrapped in invisible lines, signals inside signals, traps inside paths. A young analyst spoke softly. They are inside the web. The woman nodded. Close. Layer 1. In space. Alien ships slowed. Engines obeyed commands. They did not give. What is happening to us? An officer shouted. We cannot move. Another said. We are being held. Threx slammed his claw on the console. Break free. He ordered. Use raw power. They tried. Energy surged. Systems burned hot. Nothing worked. On the ground, the alien soldiers tried to retreat to their ships, but doors would not open. Signals would not answer. The city around them changed. Walls shifted. Lights turned red. Paths they had walked before now led nowhere. This world is alive, one soldier said. This world thinks. His commander tried to respond, but his words never left his mouth. On Earth, humans watched calmly. No cheering, no smiles. This was not revenge. This was routine. The old man spoke. They stepped where we wanted. The woman replied. They always do. Far above, Threx finally understood the silence. It was not fear, it was patience. Humans studied us, he said slowly. They waited. An engineer looked at him in horror. They know our tech. They know our minds. Yes, Threx said. They learned. A warning flashed across all alien screens, written in symbols older than their empire. It was their own language. How do they know this? Someone whispered. On Earth. A technician answered the question. No one could hear. You broadcast everything, he said. You never stopped talking. Human systems copied, learned, adapted. Long before the fleet arrived, the trap was not built in one day. It was built over years of listening. One by one, alien weapons powered down. Shields faded. Escape routes vanished. Threx watched his fleet fall apart without a single shot fired. This is not war, he said. This is capture on the ground. The last alien squad dropped their weapons, not because they were ordered, but because the weapons no longer belonged to them. Deep below, the woman leaned closer to the screen. Prepare the message, she said. The young analyst hesitated. They are still alive. Yes, she answered. They need to understand why. In space, Threx stood still, surrounded by silent screens. For the first time in his long command, he felt small. This world, he said quietly, was waiting for us, and the trap closed completely. The message, the silence broke at last, not with weapons, not with alarms, but with a calm human voice. It filled every alien channel at the same time, clear, steady, and close, as if the speaker stood beside them. Commander Threx, the voice said, "We see you." Threx froze. The voice used his name, a name never shared beyond his empire. "Who are you?" he demanded. The human voice did not rush. "We are the people of Earth," it said. "You entered our space without permission." Around Threx, officers listened in fear. No systems could block the signal. "You did not answer our call," Threx said. "You showed no defense." "That was our answer," the human replied. On Earth, deep underground, the woman stood before a single microphone. Her face calm, her hands steady. "We do not speak when we are uncertain," she continued. "We speak when we are ready." Threx felt anger rise. "You trapped us," he said. "This is dishonorable." The woman's voice remained even. "You've studied our wars," she said, "our noise, our past. But you did not study our silence." In the alien ships, some officers lowered their heads, understanding slowly forming. "You believe quiet means weak," the voice went on. "For us, quiet means thinking." Threx looked at the frozen fleet map. Every ship held, every path closed. "What do you want?" he asked. The answer came without emotion. "We want you to listen." On Earth, screens showed distant stars, lines drawn across space, old invasion paths. "We have watched others, like you," the woman said. "They came to conquer. They came to test us. They were never seen again." A low sound moved through the alien bridge. "Fear, finally real. You will destroy us." An officer whispered. "No," the human voice replied. "We do not conquer worlds." A pause followed, long enough to hurt. "We make examples." Threx felt the weight of those words, cold and final. "You could end us now," he said. "Why speak at all?" "Because the universe listens," the woman answered. "And we wanted to learn." On Earth, technicians prepared a broadcast, not aimed at the fleet, but beyond it, deep into open space. "This system will remember you," the voice continued. "Your signals, your disappearance. You will become a warning." Threx closed his eyes. His empire had built legends of fear. Now it would become one. "What of my people?" he asked quietly. The human voice softened. "Those who came here chose this," he said. "Others will live." Around the fleet, space itself seemed to tighten. The message ended as it began, calm, controlled. On Earth, the woman stepped away from the microphone. "It is done," she said. In orbit, Commander Threx opened his eyes. The screens went dark, and the universe received the lesson. Never seen, Ajarian, the alien fleet did not explode. There was no fire, no final battle. It simply faded. One moment the ships were there, frozen in space, silent and helpless. The next moment, they were gone. Across Earth, systems slowly powered down. The screens returned to normal. Alerts faded. The trap released its hold because it was no longer needed. Deep underground, humans watched the empty sky. No cheers, no celebrations. The woman stood still, her eyes fixed on the last data stream. "Confirm," she said. A technician nodded. All signals ended. No trace remains. The old man exhaled slowly. "They are never coming back." Life on Earth continued. Cities filled again. Lights stayed on. People returned to streets. Most humans would never know how close the moment was, and that was by design. Above Earth, satellites adjusted their paths. Defenses returned to sleep. The quiet world became quiet again. Far away, across deep space, other civilizations noticed something strange. A powerful empire had vanished. Its fleets gone. Its borders empty. No war reports, no distress calls, only silence. Then the message arrived. It did not threaten. It did not shout. It was simple. "This system is protected. Do not call." Star maps changed. Trade routes bent away. Exploration paths were erased. Earth was marked. A world to avoid. A world that listened. Stories spread quietly. Of a planet that never answered threats. Of a species that waited. They called it many names. The silent world. The trap world. But the most common name was the simplets. The wrong worlds. On Earth, The woman walked out into the sunlight. People passed her without knowing who she was. She preferred it that way. A child laughed nearby. Cars moved. Life continued. Humanity did not rule the stars. Humanity did not chase fear. Humanity guarded its home, and in the endless dark of space, when fleets searched for easy worlds, when commanders looked for weak targets, they skipped one blue planet, without asking why. Because those who called it once were never seen again. The quiet HFY has passed on Earth, not marked by fear, but by calm days and quiet nights. The sky stayed blue, the stars stayed distant. Human systems watched without showing themselves, listening, learning. Deep space changed. Empires spoke softer. Fleets moved slower. No one sent blind threats anymore. No one called unknown worlds without care. The universe remembered. On Earth, new generations grew. They learned history, but not everything. Some truths stayed buried, not to hide fear, but to protect peace. In hidden rooms, old machines still breathed softly. Waiting, a young officer asked once, "Will they come again?" The woman, older now, answered calmly, "Someone always tries." "Then what?" the officer asked. She looked at the stars. "Then we stay quiet." She said, far away, a small, alien probe drifted near human space. It scanned, it listened, it sent no message, it turned away. The warning worked. Earth did not chase enemies. Earth did not hunt. Earth waited, because humans had learned something simple. Noise invites danger. Silence invites mistakes, and mistakes bring enemies closer in the dark between stars. Old records spoke of a vanished fleet, of a world that never answered threats. Those records ended the same way. Do not call on Earth. The sun rose, children laughed, life moved forward, humanity stayed human, careful, patient, and somewhere in the deep unknown. A commander studied star maps, searching for weak worlds. He paused at one blue mark, then moved on. The quiet legacy held.